Fling open the windows. On sunny mornings, the house seems to breathe with the trees. Cottage, cabin, or mansion, the summer houses we love come stocked with generations of books, vases, and memories. In these rooms, all Julys run together, as if time flowed only from birdsong to firefly. That's the introduction to the feature Summer Journal and Houses for Happiness in the July 1995 issue of Victoria magazine. Hello once again, I'm Don Jackson. It might be difficult to wrap your head around the fact that in July, the Earth is the farthest it is away from the sun over the course of the entire year, especially when suffering through the effects of an extreme heat wave. Well, will you look at that? A visitor has come to call. In summer, we often welcome family and friends during their vacations. This guest, however, won't overstay our welcome, and certainly won't complain about the mattress or what you have planned on the menu. This visitor is welcomed once each year, but you might be surprised by its appearance. It usually comes on the coattails of a warm wind. Henry James said, summer afternoon. To me, those have always been the two most beautiful words in the English language, end quote. Well, I can think of two words even more romantic. Summer evening. I'm Don Jackson with the heartbeat of the internet. An unknown writer said, it is a sultry day. The sun has drunk the dew that lay upon the morning grass. There is no rustling in the lofty elm that canopies my dwelling, and its shade scarce cools me. During a heat wave, we look forward to any relief that we can get. This is a poem by Emily Dickinson. The wind tapped like a tired man, and like a host, come in, I boldly answered. Entered then my residence within, a rapid footless guest, to offer whom a chair were as impossible as hand a sofa to the air. No bone had he to bind him. His speech was like the push of numerous hummingbirds at once from a superior bush. His countenance a billow, his fingers, if he pass, let go a music as of tunes blown tremulous in glass. He visited still flitting, then like a timid man, again he tapped, 'twas flurriedly, and I became alone. A most welcome guest has knocked at your door. You open it to usher in a cooling breeze during a summer heat wave. It is a warm welcome you bestow upon this visitor, and unlike guests who overstay your offer of hospitality, you might like this one to stay for a while. But another visitor is also about to arrive. This traveler's stay will be longer than the wind's. You might even secretly pray that this lodger moves in and takes up permanent residence. Some of these writings will give some vague clues as to the identity of your second visitor. This is called The Storm by Sarah Teasdale. I thought of you when I was wakened by a wind that made me glad and afraid of the rushing, pouring sound of the sea that the great trees made. One thought in my mind went over and over while the darkness shook and the leaves were thinned. I thought it was you who had come to find me. You were the wind. Not all visitors are corporeal. This is an excerpt from a letter that was delivered a very long time ago. It read, "But oh, Sarah, if the dead can come back to this earth and flit unseen around those they loved, I shall always be near you." In the gladdest days and in the darkest nights, always, always. And if there be a soft breeze upon your cheek, it shall be my breath. As the cool air fans your throbbing temple, it shall be my spirit passing by. Sarah, do not mourn me dead. Think I am gone, and wait for thee, for we shall meet again. The letter writer was Major Sullivan Ballou, and it was sent to his wife a week before his death in 1861 at the Battle of Bull Run during the American Civil War. It is a beautiful summer night. The tall houses leave their balcony shutters open to the wide plaza of the old village. In the large, deserted square, stone benches, burning bush, and acacias trace their black shadows symmetrically on the white sand. In its zenith, the moon. In the tower, the clock's illuminated globe. I walk through this ancient village alone, like a ghost. Antonio Machado y Ruiz, translated by Willis Barnstone. At the start of this webcast, I mentioned that a visitor has come to call, and I wanted you to think about those who plan their summer vacations around a visit to your home. But this visitor is different. You won't hear any complaints, and you won't have to worry about this guest overstaying your warm welcome, because the visit is brief. If you had your way, I would think you might want this visitor to stay just a little longer. A poem by Boris Pasternak explains who your second visitor is. A ghost is roaming through the building, and shadows in the attic browse. Persistently intent on mischief, a goblin roams the house. He gets into your way, he fusses, you hear his footsteps overhead. He tears the napkin off the table and creeps in slippers to the bed. With feet unwiped, he rushes headlong on gusts of draft into the hall and whirls the curtain like a dancer towards the ceiling, up the wall. Who is this silly mischief maker, this phantom, and this double face? He is our guest, our summer lodger, who spends with us his holidays. Our house is taken in possession by him while he enjoys a rest. July, with summer air and thunder, he is our temporary guest. July, who scatters from his pockets the fluff of blowballs in a cloud, who enters through the open window, who chatters to himself aloud. Unkempt, untidy, absent-minded, soaked through with smell of dill and rye, with linden blossom, grass, and beet leaves. The meadow-scented month of July. Rabindranath Tagore in Gitanjali wrote, "It is the pang of separation that spreads throughout the world and gives birth to shapes innumerable in the infinite sky. It is this sorrow of separation that gazes in silence all night from star to star and becomes lyric among rustling leaves in rainy darkness of July. It is this overspreading pain that deepens into loves and desires, into sufferings and joys in human homes. And this is it that ever melts and flows in songs through my poet's heart." As Boris Pasternak alluded to in his poem, July's visit is too brief. There comes a time in the month when we wish it had just a few more days to linger. Its moment is ephemeral, and we try to savor each passing breeze and ray of sunshine. But it cannot last. Catherine Tynan wrote, "Very good in the grass to lie and see the network against the sky, a living lace of blue and green, and boughs that let the gold between." It's wonderful to be able to find a spot in a field of summer wildflowers or tall grass, to lie back and watch the clouds roll by on a warm summer's afternoon. It wouldn't surprise me, nor should it surprise you, if you were to drift off and sleep long past sunset. Edgar Allan Poe wrote, "Was it not fate on this July midnight? Was it not fate, whose name is also sorrow, that bade me pause before the garden gate to breathe the incense of those slumbering roses? My roses are in bloom, so are my lilies. The heady fragrance from all my flowers seems intoxicating in the sultry night air. The aroma from these slumbering flowers is powerful enough to seep into your dreams. It might even rouse you from your midsummer dreams. If it's a humid night and your sleep is fitful, your dreams will be strange, filled with disjointed images. You might hope that a reality of an everlasting summer and your first real summer love is more than just the fragment of a long-lost dream. Richard Demel wrote, "Dark leaves trembling soft, these roses still cast light. In the grass I woke upright. And if only you would come this dark, this deep midnight." Good night, sweet dreams. I'm Don Jackson.